Hi everyone, I'm Andrew. I'm one of the conservation rangers here at Hobsons Bay Council, and today we're going to look at one of the more iconic sort of Australian plants. It's up behind me here. It's actually a Eucalyptus tricarpa. Others will know it as a red ironbark tree, and some will just know them as the gum trees. I'm just going to tell you a couple of things today about how these trees have managed to adapt over the years to cope with the tough Australian environment. And what we're going to do today is we're going to start with looking at the leaves. Now, before I look too closely at the leaves, I just want you to sort of picture yourself for a moment. You could be sunbaking down on the beach, nice warm day, or you could be standing up like I am now. Which way do you think you would actually get hotter? Well, the answer is lying down. If you look at myself now, you can see that there's a bit of sun here and there on me. There's probably maybe a little bit on my head, a little bit on my feet. All right, now I'm going to come and lie down, pretend I'm sunbaking for a minute. I'm down like this. You can see that I'm covered in sun here. There's a lot more sun on me here than when I was standing up. So logically it goes that I'm getting hotter like this. And the tree doesn't actually want to get hotter. So hop up again. And let's have a look at the leaves. You can see without even getting in close with the camera here that the leaves all hang downwards. It's a bit like when I'm standing up, doesn't it? That's what the tree's doing, pretending it's standing up. Now, if I'm down at the beach there and it's really hot, I might be getting hot and sweaty, I can go and get a drink. I can maybe go and get an ice cream and go for a swim. There's lots of things I can do, isn't there? But what can the tree do? Basically nothing. It can't get a drink whenever it wants. So what it tries to do is to try and avoid getting hot in the first place and avoid losing moisture or water in the first place. So having the leaves hang down is one way that these eucalyptus trees or gum trees have adapted with the environment. Okay, now let's talk about the flowers for a minute. Now we normally think of flowers as being these big colourful things with petals. And what the petals do on most plants is the petals protect the reproductive organs, the bits inside that have all the pollen and the nectar that the animals come to get to help spread the seed around. Right, now what the eucalyptus tree does, it doesn't actually have petals, it uses another technique. If you have a look up here where my hand is up here, you can see some buds up here and a few flowers up here. Now what actually happens, I'm not sure how close Suzette can get there with the camera is, but you can see we've got on here, we've got one where there's a little cap on top, a little cap up there. Another one where the cap looks like it's just come off. And the final one here where the flowers all opened up. What's actually happening with the plant here is that this eucalyptus tree, rather than just constantly flowering for a long while, it waits till the reproductive organs in here are actually ready to pollinate, ready to be available for animals, whether it's birds or insects or things to come and get the pollen, and maybe it waits for the weather conditions to be right as well. And then what it does, it drops its little cap, the flowers open up, and then it goes on to spread its pollen around. So what the cap's really doing there is it's actually protecting the flower or those reproductive organs as long as possible. Now the final part of the tree I wanted to talk about today was the bark. I'll come in under here. It might be a little bit hard to pick up on camera here, but the ironbark tree here has extremely thick, heavy bark. Now there's a reason for that, and that is it actually protects the tree. So have you ever been to maybe say where there's been a bushfire, and you go along and everything's been burnt, all the leaves, all the little branches, they've all been burnt off. So although it looks like the tree's all dead when you've been to a bushfire zone and it's all black and everything, after a little while you'll notice that little green shoots start coming out. Now what's actually happened is that the bark on these eucalyptus trees is actually so thick and so tough, when the bushfire's gone through, sure it might have burnt some bark and it might have burnt a few leaves and edges off, but it actually hasn't killed the living part of the tree inside. So the bark, what it's actually doing is it's protecting that heartwood or the living part of the tree and allowing it to regrow. So it's really, really smart. And a lot of eucalyptus trees, not all of them in Australia, have a similar type of structure with thick bark to protect them from bushfires. They've actually grown up, this one in particular here, has historically always been found in areas where fires have been common, way back many, many hundreds of years ago. So over the years have adapted to be able to handle the fire that comes through. And the only other final thing is the tree been burnt? What do you reckon? I'll run my hand over it here. I mean, everyone thinks these trees have been burnt. My hand? You reckon? If that had been burnt, my hand would be all black with all the charcoal, wouldn't it? But no, it hasn't actually been burnt. It's just one of the features of the tree that actually has this blackish bark. So again, you might be able to, trick your friends up next time and ask them if it's been burnt or not. And they'll normally always say yes, but in actual fact it hasn't. That's it from me today. Have a great day, and hopefully we'll catch you out in one of our parks sometime.